Okay, so now we're on the second part for today, which is pattern sequence and numeric sequences. So basically what we're gonna have is a series of numbers that we need to find the pattern for and solve the next number or the next number in the pattern. Okay, so we did a couple of questions about about like this in the experimental test in the beginning of the course. Let's see here what kind of patterns are we gonna see. So here actually it is 4. Okay, sorry for the mistake. Okay, so question 1. أهلا وسهلا.
Hello, yes.
Yeah.
So since we keep on adding 2, it's going to be 12 because 10 plus 2 is 12.
Yeah, exactly. So here we're looking for the pattern, which is +2. ممتاز. So each time we add 2, so the next number would be 12 because we're adding 2. ممتاز. B would be the right answer. Okay. Yalla, the next question here, they're asking also about the pattern of the number. Yes, Fatima?
It's going to be 32.
It is going to be 32. What is the pattern here?
Multiplying by 2.
Multiplying by 2, exactly, ممتاز. Here we have to multiply by 2 each time, and then I'm going to get the answer. So here, so basically what you're going to need in the patterns, put in mind that the pattern that you thought of is applied on each single number. Do not, and even if there's one number off, this is not the correct pattern, okay? So here, because it is repeated in each single one, it is correct. Also in question 1. Okay, so let's see the next question. The next pattern, what do you think the pattern is? 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25. Anyone? Maria, do you want to try?
The next number in the sequence is 1, 4, 9, 16, 25.
So what do you think the pattern here?
I think they're adding odd numbers.
Yeah, so that's a way. They're adding odd numbers, +3 and +5. You mean like this?
Yeah, and then it will be 7, and then it will be 9.
Yeah. Okay.
So it will be 36.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 36, exactly. So that is a pattern here that that we found. ممتاز, Maria. So okay, so there is another pattern also that is used. Yes, Abdullah.
Multiplying every number by itself. 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 5, 25,
Yeah.
6 times 6, 36.
Exactly, ممتاز. So here the other pattern here that we have is the square of the number. So 1, it is the 1 squared. 4 is 2 squared. 9 is 3 squared. Okay. And so on. So we're gonna have 4 squared, 5 squared, and lastly 6 squared, which is 36. ممتاز. يلا. Question 4. Find the missing term in the following. So here we have the numbers arranged in squares, okay? So the easiest way to find the pattern in this arrangement, first you look at the rows. Is there a pattern in there, like in each row that is like repeated in each row or in the columns? Is there a pattern repeated in each column? Yes, Amira?
In each row, ومثلا 1 plus 2 equals 3, 8 plus 1 equals 9. So in the middle, it's going to be 4 plus 3 equals 7.
Exactly, ممتاز. So you basically found the pattern here. We add the first two numbers to get the third. So that's why we found it is 3. ممتاز. Yalla, the next question here. We first look at the rows, if there is any pattern there, and then we look at the columns, is there any pattern? What do you think? Yes, Rital?
There's a pattern in the column. If we add all of the first 3 numbers, it's going to be equal to the last number.
Yes. So here we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. Yes, ممتاز. So what is going to be the answer?
12.
12. ممتاز. Excellent. So when I add 3 plus 4 plus 5, it's going to equal 12. So that's a way to find the answer in this specific arrangement. You look at the rows, you look at the columns, and then you're gonna find the answer. Excellent. Yeah, here the question 6. What do you think the pattern is? Yes, Haidar?
So when you add the two out, when you multiply the two outer ones, for example, 2 and 4 in the middle one, it turns into 8. And for the one at the end, it's 2 and 6 becomes 12. So 2 and 2 becomes 4.
Yes, ممتاز. So here it's going to be 4. Excellent. As you said, we multiply the outer numbers to get the middle one. So that is the pattern here. Excellent. So this is basically about the patterns. You just need to find, you need to find a pattern. You need to make sure that it's the correct pattern and then find the next number. How do I make sure that it's correct? By ensuring that it is applied or applicable on all the numbers, okay? Or for example, all the rows here or all the columns. Okay. Excellent. So that's about the patterns. Now we're moving to counting shapes. So the title seems silly that they're just asking us about counting, but there are a few tricks that they're gonna put in the questions. So if you know the tricks, it's gonna be super easy. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. The first question. How many lines are in the following figure? What do you think? Yes, Abdullah?
I just straight up counted them and I got 8.
Yeah, so simply by counting them, you're going to see that it is 8. ممتاز. So here, if I want to, yeah?
Is there any easier way to solve this? Because it's...
Yeah. So we're lucky that there are 8 here, but sometimes it can be harder. So there is an easier way by counting all the ends of the lines. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. You make sure that and divided by 2, exactly. Since each line ends with 2, has 2 ends, so I'm going to do 16 divided by 2 equals 8. So you just need to make sure that you didn't miss any end of the lines. And this one is going to be easy. So excellent. The answer is 8. Okay. So ممتاز. Anyone doesn't think this is clear? يعني, is it clear to everyone? How did we do this question?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Now moving on to the next question. Question 2. How many triangles that we have? What do you think? Give me a guess.
5.
5. So you counted like 1, 2, 3, 4, and the big one is 5.
Yes.
Yes. So that is that is actually half the answer. Here you also have this as a triangle. You have also this as a triangle. You also have this as a triangle and this one. So how can I not miss any triangle while counting? So here I'm going to give you the normal way of counting, the correct normal way of counting, and an equation to help you count easier without the need of counting each one. So basically, if you want to count any number of triangles or squares, you just need to start from the smallest to the largest. What do I mean by that? Means that first I started with one single triangle. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Now I have 4. The next one, I'm going to count the triangles formed by 2 triangles, 2 small ones. Okay, so I'm getting bigger. So now I have this formed by 2 triangles, this one formed by 2 triangles, and also this one. So now I have 3. Okay, so these are the triangles made out of 2 single ones. Now I go to the next level, which is a big triangle made out of 3. So I'm going to see there is this one, and there is this one. So it is 2. Okay, are you following?
Yes.
Yes. And lastly, what do we have? The biggest triangle, which is the one formed by 4 triangles here, which is the biggest one, and we only have 1. So when I add them together, I'm going to see that it is 10. Okay? So you're familiar, do you understand? Like, this is the correct way to count the shapes normally, okay? Start from the smallest and then get bigger and bigger till you get to the biggest shape. Is that clear?
But what about the formula?
Yeah. What about the formula? We're gonna see. So here in the formula, if you have like a one line, here I don't have, like, for example, another set of triangles like this, for example, okay? I just have these ones. What am I going to do is, here, this is the first one, second one, third one, and fourth one. I'm going to add these numbers together. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10, basically. Okay?
Miss, is it reliable? Then it's so much more easier.
It's so much more easier. It's reliable when you use it correctly in the correct spot. So we're gonna see another question showing us how to correctly use this formula. Okay, so here in this question, it is reliable. Okay, so do you understand it? We just count how many triangles we have, and then I add the numbers together and I get the answer. Okay, but it's important to know how to count normally too, so that if you get stuck or you forget the formula and how do you do it, you know how to count and not miss any triangle. If you try and count aimlessly and without order, it's really easy to miss counting. Okay. Yeah, question 3. It's easy. How many circles we have?
I think it's 5.
Yeah, okay. So here we have only to count the lines of the circles. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here it's going to be 4 circles. Okay. Simply, there's no tricks. Sometimes there are questions without tricks. Okay. Let's see question 4. How many rectangles are in the following figure? Anyone wants to try and do it with the normal way? Yes, Haida?
Okay, so I think for this one we need to do the small squares and the small rectangles first. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
And then we do the ones that are 2 but horizontal. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you see that this is 1, 2, 3, and 4, but there is also here ones here, صح?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ones that are 2 but vertical are 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Excellent.
And then we do the ones that are 3 but horizontal. Or no, just the ones that are 3.
Yeah.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Exactly.
And then
Now we're done with the 3 then.
And then we can do the ones that are 4. So 1 and 2.
Yeah. So these are the ones with 4.
And then we can't do 5, but we could do 6. So
But here we're still missing. We're still missing ones from the 4.
Yeah, the square, the 4s.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 and 3.
3, yes. So there are 3 more. Yes.
And then the ones that are 6. So
the ones
1,
that are
2.
6. And lastly?
And then, yeah, the entire thing, the one that's 8 is 1.
Yeah, ممتاز. So here we've counted all of them. ممتاز. Haidar. Let's see and add them all together. What are we gonna have?
$34.
It's going to be actually 30.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, if you count them, you're gonna have 30. ممتاز. ممتاز Haidar. Good job. Okay. So this is how we counted them using the normal way. Now we're going to see the formula way. So as I said here, and if it was one row, like for example, if it was only like this. What is going to be the number here using the formula that we learned above?
10.
Yes, Abdullah?
It's going to be 10. 1 plus the percent before, and if it's one row.
Exactly. So it's going to be 10. ممتاز. So as you said, here 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to add the numbers together and it's going to be 10. But here we have another row of rectangles. What are we going to do is, first, we're going to count these 2 ones normally. And we said that it equals to 10. And we're going to see the columns. So here I have how many in the columns? 1, 2. So I'm going to add these 2 together and I'm going to have 3. And lastly, what I'm going to do is multiplying the numbers together. So I'm going to have 30. Okay.
I don't understand.
So here first we did what we did in the formula above, when I added all the numbers together and I had 10. And then I added the numbers of the row, يعني of the columns. In the columns here, I added the numbers in the row, and then I added the numbers in the columns, which is 1, 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Now I have the total of the rows and the total of the columns, and it's going to be, يعني to find the answer, I have to multiply them by each other. 3 times 10, which equals to 30.
Miss, are there other questions like this?
Mm-hmm.
Are there more questions like this in the book thingy?
In the book, I'm not sure. I didn't really see the tests yet, but I can give you an example right now. Okay, so that's actually not a rectangle. Okay. Okay. So now how many rectangles am I gonna have in this shape? Who wants to try? Yes, Fatima?
First we're gonna count the first column,
Mm-hmm.
which is gonna be 4.
1, 2, 3, and 4. And the total will be
10.
10.
And then we're gonna see how many rows.
Yeah.
Uh,
1, 2, 3, and 4.
10.
10, yes.
So 100.
So 100, ممتاز. 10 times 10 equals 100. You see, when you remember the formula, your life will be so much easier than doing it the normal way, like counting 100 rectangle. Okay? So that is how you count the rectangles here if it was in this way. Yalla, let's see the next question. Here they're asking about how many squares. So do you think there's going to be a difference in the way we count?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, so actually there would be a difference, because before, when I counted in that way that we learned before, يعني it's gonna count even those ones. Those are not squares, they are rectangles. So I just want to count the square ones. Okay, so the normal way, who can tell me the number of those squares here?
9.
So I have the original 9. ممتاز. And I also have more.
Since it's a square, we're gonna be every 4 squares where there's another one.
Yeah, so this is also 1.
That's 1. Then we have that one.
Yeah.
Then we have the 4 down.
Yeah, so there's 4 more, so
4 more.
9 plus 4.
4.
And
The big square. That's only 4
and the big square, ممتاز, plus 1. So here the total will be
14.
14. ممتاز. Okay, so that is the normal way of counting the squares here. The formula is, يعني you can link it. We're going to do the same thing by saying the numbers here of the row, 1, 2, and 3. But we're gonna do what we're gonna do is taking the square of those numbers and then adding them together. So 1 and the square of 2 is 4, and the square of 3 is 9. And we're gonna have 14. Okay. So you can link it that I'm going to count the square. I need to take the square of the numbers. Okay, is that
Miss,
clear?
can we do the same thing with a cube? Like if it was a cube, we do it cubed.
Miss, I don't understand.
Yeah, so yeah, with the cube, I'm not sure, honestly, if you can do it that way. Give it a try and try and يعني, draw a cube to see if you can do it with a cube or not, like doing it as in cube or to the power of 3. So Noura here, what we did, it's basically a formula to ease the way for you. It's not based on like a mathematical fact or something like that. It's just a formula to يعني, you use it as a trick to help you count easier. Okay, so what we did above, we added them all together and then I got the answer. And then since I saw that it's not only one row, I did count all the numbers and I got here the total in the rows. And also I do the same in the columns, and there's more than one row.
So
and then I multiply. Yeah.
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. And then what did you do?
And then here in this question, I had 10, صح?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't stop here because I didn't involve all the squares. So I'm going to do the same for the columns, 1 and 2. You understand where these came from?
Oh, so you added 1 plus 2.
Yeah, so I added 1 plus 2 and I had 3. And then I took the 3 and multiplied by 10.
If it was 3 rows, you would add 1 plus 2 plus 3.
Exactly. It's equal 6. ممتاز. So here in the example, we did the same. We did add all the numbers together. We got 10. And also in the row, we added all the numbers and we got 10. And then I multiplied them by each other. Okay. And then lastly, if you want to count the number here of the number of the squares, if they mention you specifically the squares, you use this way. You only see the row 1, 2, 3. You take the square root, the square of the number, sorry. And then you add them together and you get the answer. So, are you okay, guys?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Thank
Okay. ممتاز. Yalla, let's move on to the next question. So, how many lines are passing by the following points? What do you think? Yes, Haida?
I think we can do it by taking the first line, the first point, and just drawing a line to each one.
Yeah.
And then we like do that for the rest, and the overlapping ones we ignore. Like, do you get what I mean?
No,
So make sure each line, like each dot is touching each dot.
Yeah. So now we have 4. Is there more?
Yeah, the diagonals.
The diagonals, exactly. ممتاز. So in total, we're gonna have 6. Here, you just have to count. There's no other way. I don't think that there's another way. Okay. So simply you need to make sure that every single one is has a connection with the other dot. Okay, so here I'm sure that this one, like dot number 1, is in contact with dot 2, 3, and 4. And 4, I have to make sure that it is in contact with 3, 2, and 1 by the same one here. And also for the same thing for 2 and the same thing for 3. Okay? Okay. Yalla. Question 7, which is, I think, the last one. Yes. How many angles in the following figure? Try to use the formulas that we learned. So we did one when we just have one row. Yes, Fatima.
Is it B?
It is B. Excellent. So what did you do?
Since there's 3 triangles, I numbered 1. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6.
1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. Excellent. Mumtaz. So this is the way of the formula. Mumtaz, Fatima.
Miss, what
And
about the outside ones?
which outside ones?
Like the obtuse angle.
Here?
Yeah, like the one
So,
on
yeah.
the opposite side of the 90 degree.
I'm only concerned about the angles here.
Oh,
Okay. Inside this big one, I have 1, 2, 3. If I count more, I'm going to go bigger. The angle with 2 angles, which is 3 here, 1 and 2. And lastly, we're going to see the angle formed by 3 ones, which is this one. So when I count them all, it's going to be 6. So the formula was right here. Okay. So is it clear, guys? How do we count the shapes like in the correct way and the formulas? Try to memorize them before the exam so that you do not forget them. And because it's really going to take much shorter time and easier for you to do. But it's okay if you forget, make sure to know how to count correctly. Is everything clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, excellent.